Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 152 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Today, I want to check out a mod that I haven't really played with in years. It's actually been in my pack, I think every pack recently, for a long time now. But Reliquary. Reliquary is a neat mod. It adds just a bunch of cool, magical, powerful items that are neat and fun to play with. So basically I wanted to check it out today. See, what kind of cool gadgets it's got. It's really been a long time since I've checked it out. So I've gone through here and I've looked at a handful of the items that are available in the pack, or in the mod. So there's a bunch of stuff, and I picked out some that I think are neat and just, to play with a little bit. So like there's this one, Angelic Feather, protects you from falls at the expense of hunger. Most of these things will have an info tab, so if you're curious as to what the item does, go ahead and look it up in JEI, right? And then, click on it with the info tab, right? There'll also be like a pretty good tooltip on some of them, but some of them have more details than the tooltip will allow for. So, it's definitely worth checking out, right? So for example, the different shots here, all kinds of different items, right? Pretty good stuff. Spews rapid-fire poison globs at your foes. When struck, the mob will be debuffed and rendered passive, harmless for 15 seconds. Ooh, see? See? It didn't say that on the tooltip, but I didn't know about the passive thing. That's kind of neat. I might need to try that one out. So, there's lots of cool, nifty items here. Phoenix Down resurrects you once with full health and reverts to an Angelic Feather. Like, I might need to try that, is all I'm saying, right? We're going to need some Angel Heart Vials and some Angelic Feathers. But, we can figure that out. We can figure it all out. There's a lot of cool stuff to play with in Reliquary. So I just wanted to spend an episode or two just checking out some of these cool gadgets. Does that sound like a plan? Now, most of these require some very rare drops. So, for example, the Tome of Alkahestry. This is a neat item. If we take a look at the tooltip here, basically you can start absorbing any redstone or glowstone in your inventory. And then we can use this book and use the charge it received from the redstone or glowstone to duplicate items. So for example, if we were to look at the recipes, you'll see the charging recipes here and then the crafting recipes here. So you can duplicate nether stars, for example, but that uses a lot of redstone. You can duplicate clay and gravel and sand and iron and diamonds and obsidian. Ooh, crying obsidian even. So a lot of items that you can dupe using the redstone and glowstone charge. So might want to check that out a little bit because it's a convenient thing to have. Just saying. It's convenient. And you can see kind of on the tooltip here what the cost is, right? So pretty significant cost to get yourself a nether star duped. But if you want to turn 256 redstone into a nether star, be my guest. That sounds like a lot of redstone to me, but how are we on redstone, to be honest with you? We might actually be a little bit low. You know why? Because it's been like infinity billion years since we've even looked at our mining dimension. When was the last time we even went here? I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know if this thing still works. I think it's been at least 50 episodes since I've come here and checked on it. I don't know, let's flip the lever and see what happens. This was the lever to turn it on, right? I don't even remember how this works anymore. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. A little bit of redstone pulsing, do your thing. This was a cool build, wasn't it? Alright, something broke. It's not good. That's not good. I don't know what broke. All I know is that something broke. This thing broke. Why did you break? Why would you break, sir? I don't know what's up with that, but it did. It definitely did break. Man, ain't nothing work no more, does it? I guess not. Well, there's your answer. There's your answer. That thing does not work no more. You know what we could do, also? Another thing we haven't looked at in about 1,000,000 years is this guy. I mean, we could upgrade this. What is he, a tier 2 at the moment? I don't feel like doing that. Thing just takes forever. Wouldn't be a terrible idea, though, to do a tier 3. We'll see. We're gonna have to figure out another way to get resources, because basically I've been using all the resources we got from that big miner, and it's broken now. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'll have to... Maybe I'll do a little bit of troubleshooting on it at some point on camera. Just because it would be fun to see what's wrong with it and get it fixed. It's probably something minor. I'm sure there's a minor fix that needs to go into it. But long story short, we got a lot of resources that I've been using for this long time. But we're going to run out at some point. Right? At some point we're going to run out. So we're going to have to figure out how to handle that. You know, I've got an idea. I'm not sure if this is going to work out. And this wasn't what I was planning to do right now. But just thinking about it, it might be fun. So I'm going to try it. I want to try the Orchid. Because we have stupid amounts of mana right now. Could we set up the Orchid to generate ores? Because remember, we tried to do the ore generation thing with up there. But it turned out that that guy wasn't producing non-vanilla ores. Which was a little bit of a bummer. I mean, and granted, that will get me redstone, but it won't get me the other ores. I would like to get all the ores if I can. So maybe Orchid would be fun, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be neat? Do you you do all the things? I mean, it looks like you'll even do emerald, so that's cool, and diamond. Yeah. I mean, that sounds cool, right? We could try that out. I think that's a plan. Let me just double check that I know how this works. But I'm pretty sure if we were to look at the Orchid... Automated Orchid? Oh, that's a thing. So, uses mana to synthesize ores from nearby stone blocks. The ores it generates are random, but rare ores seem to be created less often. Yeah. So let's try that, shall we? So I'm going to need a greed and a pride. Do we have any of those? We have a greed. And do we have a pride? We do, actually. Hooray. Cool. A redstone root, not a problem. And we're going to need red, green, yellow. Yellow, red. And that was like proper green, right? That was proper green? Yeah. And then 2 gray and a pixie dust. 2 gray and a pixie dust. And then some seeds, right? And that should be easy peasy. Hooray! Orchid! Yay! Now, what I'm going to do is place the Orchid here-ish, and I'm going to Manor Seer Monocle my way. Hello. Where did that Manor Seer Monocle go? Went down there. Oh, wow, that's a big area of effect. I didn't expect you to be so large of an area of effect. That's cool, though. So I assume what it's doing right now is converting stone underground into ores. So slightly larger area of effect than I wanted. Let's break you. Let me turn you into the floating version, right? So we want a floating, so we want the floating something. You're what, grass? That should do. And I don't think it matters which one I do here, right? Right? Hey, buddy, stop vacuuming up the things. I have an idea for that, by the way. Something I saw, but we'll deal with that in a sec. I thought any flower would do here. Oh, we need to make it glimmering first. Okay, and then you can become an orchid that floats, right? I want to see what your actual area of effect is. And wow, did you use a lot of mana. I guess he uses a very healthy amount of mana. Well, that's interesting. Not that high up. So if I put you here, are you going to convert anything? You are. Okay. Effectively, I don't want him converting things underneath the ground here, right? I mean, not that it would be the end of the world. Right? Not that it would be the end of the world, but I don't really want him doing that. So he he has mana, so he's cool. So now if I were to put stone, like here, let's see. Oh, hey, nice. All right, cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now what I might want to do is mute that. Is that a Botanic sound? Showing recent sounds. Orchid Botanic. Yeah, let's lower that a little bit, shall we? Not bad. Okay. So that's neat. So we've got a thing we can do here, yes? So I've got an idea. Oh, good. I've got cables right there. How convenient is that? What if we were to get, from Refined, some constructors and destructors? Right? Maybe 5 of each? Does that sound cool? I like that plan. So constructors, destructors. I might want to throw some crafting upgrades into my constructors. And while we're there, let's get some stone as well again. Cool. So what we should be able to easily do... Okay, what I'd like to do is kind of center it on this guy. So we'll put our constructors on the bottom. Maybe not that good. Let's get some cables. I just want to try this out because it seemed like it might be a cool idea. I might be wrong. We'll find out. Yeah, you keep wanting to face that way, don't you? So let's do it like this. Yeah. Doot. Now, what I'm hearing over there is a lot of food eating, which tells me whatever this process is, it uses a lot of mana. But don't forget we have the Nether Store approach, so like plans and stuff. Things are formulating in my brain. Okay, so you should have a crafting upgrade. Wow, not that many though. Like that. Okay. Cool. And then I could probably throw the destructors here, and you can whitelist what's allowed to be destructed, right? Yeah, buddy. So I'm gonna say no stone. Okay, so we're gonna put this on blacklist mode for stone. For stone, for stone, for stone, and for stone. Cool. That could be neat. Okay. Now, what do you think is the sound that's this eating thing? Because I thought I already muted him. The Gormalith. I'm gonna have to figure out how to lower that. You know, wasn't it one of these guys? The anchors? My anchors might have got reset when I... Yeah, I bet my anchors got reset when I upgraded the pack. I think that happens. So let's set the anchor here with a radius of 10. That sounds good. Entity... That. That's better. That's definitely better. Where's eating? There it is, generic eat. That's better. Oof, much better. Now here's another thing I found, right? And I'm curious to see how this is. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm going to have to figure this out. What I might want to do is make the magnet ring for Botania so that I can nullify it in this area. Right? So let's look at doing that. Because Botania's magnet ring is pretty cool. So boop, boop, and boop, right? And that also, by the way, can totally be a bauble, which means I don't have to actually carry this magnet anymore. Okay, so that's cool. So while that's equipped, right, we drop something on the ground, it'll magnet up to me. I think Botania's magnet ring is probably one of my favorites, for sure, for sure. Now we might want that to be a little bit stronger of a magnetic field. So I could whatever. We'll just do that. It'll be enough for now. But then there's a flower from Botania. I'm trying to remember the name of it at the moment, that nullifies that magnetic ability in an area of effect. So if I plant the flower here, it'll prevent item pickups from the magnet, right? So where is that guy? Where indeed? This is it, the Solagnolia. So it's redstone root, 2 brown, red, and blue. Okay, so 2 brown, red, and blue. Cool. And then the redstone root. And of course, seeds. So check this out, right? Got that dude. So now if I get some nether stars to help out with this process, right? Watch what first happens. It's going to drop, in theory. But then it magnets up, right? Boo! Don't like magneting items. Boo! But if we do this, check out the area of effect on that, by the way. Pretty good. And we drop this dude in there. No more magneting in this area. How great is that? That is super handy and makes life that much better. Now, I'm assuming that you're working, right? Now, the question is that enough? Look, net gain of mana. Net gain of mana. Holy cow, that is a lot of net gain of mana. In fact, I could probably have another one of these. I wonder if I had like 3 or 4 of those, how bananas that could be. If we can keep up with the mana usage, we could absolutely have more orchids. I like this plan. I like this plan. Now, what I might want to do is Silk Touch Refined Storage, but we're going to need the Silk Touch book for that. Because I would love for the redstone that we're getting to be Silk Touched so that it can then be placed down here. No. Down here. Wherever I have this set up, right? One of these guys places redstone. Maybe he doesn't anymore. There he is, redstone. Because this has Fortune 3, right? So that would be cool. So we should try to get 5 Silk Touch books, which may be doable. Maybe doable. Because isn't there something that has Silk Touch on it by default? Wasn't there a tool that had Silk Touch on it by default? I feel like there was. I feel like there was a way. Something, we'll figure it out in a bit. Now, obviously, by the way, if you walk and stand right on... if you walk right up to the thing, you're still going to pick it up. However, I think there was a thing for that. Pedestal. Pedestal. Pedestal is a fancy way of displaying your items, but at the same time, it allows for some automation. This is from Reliquary, by the way. Coin of Fortune. When active, picks up items XP and puts these in containers besides the pedestal. When inactive, prevents players and pedestals with Fortune Coin from picking up items in its range. Oh. You don't say. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Right? So let's try that. So we want this. Right? And then we want a coin of Fortune, which needs slime pearls and bat wings. Oh my goodness. I've killed a lot of bats. I don't have any bat wings. Killing me. Smalls. We're gonna have to figure that out, aren't we? Yes, the answer is yes. Let's finish the Solongolias first, right? So, or the orchids, I mean, right? The orchids. I didn't mean to remove that. So that's gonna be greed and pride, right? So let's see how many more of these we can get. Greed, we can do 3. Pride, we can do 3. Well, that's how many we're making then. We're gonna have a total of 4. Got it? Redstone root. Right. Pixie dust, which needs an ender pearl. Okay, so that's the 3 of them that we need. And then 2 gray, yellow, green, red. Okay. 2 gray. Yellow, green, red. Okay, but we're gonna want some shears and some bone meal because we need more grays. Okay. And then the seeds. Okay. And that should be cool. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? There we go. And then empty hand, drop. Empty hand, drop. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to want some, let's see, flowers. What do we have a bunch of? Blue sounds good, with some glowstone. Right? And then we can get 1, 2, 3 of you. And then we can get 3 more of you. And that, my friends, seems like a plan. Now the question is, do we still have a net gain of mana? I think we do. I think we do, actually. That is cool. Alright, that ain't bad. That's running pretty quick, too. That is not bad at all. So Nether Star fueled ore generation. That's new. I would say that's new. I ain't done nothing like this before, have I? I don't think so. I think that's new. I kind of like that. Alright, so now we want to get Silk Touch. And that would be the final deal, right? So where could I find, pray tell, a Silk Touch enchanted book? Like, what would be a good way to get Silk Touch on things? Let's see. So here's a trick. The exchanging gadget accepts very few enchants. Okay? One of them being Silk Touch. So with that knowledge in mind, we know that we will frequently get Silk Touch if we enchant the exchanging gadget. Cool. And Soulbound seems to be the only other enchant you can get. Okay? Now, occasionally you might just get Soulbound, and that's okay. But I'm going with the middle tier one because that seems to generally get you what you want. Cool. Soulbound. We can put all these away. So I think that was 3. Okay. Come on, stop giving me Soulbound, buddy. Trying to be a little conservative on my levels here. There's your Silk Touch. There's another Silk Touch. Nice. So now, if we were to go into here, so we're going to want bookshelves times 10. Okay. And then we're going to want not stack upgrades, but the empty upgrade dudes. I think we just need like 10 of these. And that should be cool. What else am I missing? Oh, yeah, blank upgrade, sorry. Wow, quartz enriched iron for reals. 5 of them, perfect. So then I'm gonna go throw those on our destructors. Cool. So that they can now silk touch our friends. So now redstone and coal, for example, will get silk touched and then fortuned in the basement. I thought that was cheaper and a better approach than anything else, right? So like in the basement, I could have put fortune on those guys out there, but I feel like this was the better approach, right? So now when we get redstone or diamond or something, it'll pop into here, break, you can see the redstone happened, right? And then we get fortuned redstone. That sound like a plan? I like that. I like that. What else do we do to make this thing as good as it can be, right? We could probably use a few more nether stars at some point, but we've got the nether star factory over here. It's not a problem, right? This thing still works, I assume. Another thing I haven't touched in like a million years. No, apparently it doesn't. Which is probably a good thing because this thing looks disconnected, which is not ideal. No energy? What? How could that? Oh, because I give you an energy cube? Why would I do that? Was this before flux points? My goodness. Direwolf, please. Actually, I'll bring that energy cube back and we'll stick the dude on it. That sound like a plan? Alright, so your side config was output on, but I want the top to be input. Cool. You have power now. Activate. Whoosh. It's a good thing that the this didn't work. So what's your beef, stranger? Why you no work? Always on. Place. Buffer. You actually should be placing right now. Why aren't you? Place in front. Any items? Yes. Bueller? Anyone know why this isn't working? I actually have no idea why this isn't working. Because it really, really should be. These parts work, which is funny. Right? These parts work, which is funny. And, like, it's a really good thing that it didn't work. Because if it had worked, the weather would have blown up this whole setup. Which would have been bad. Right? That would have been bad. So, why isn't it working now? Let's see. Redstone mode. Never. Pulsed. Always. Yeah, weird. I wonder if I have to add modular routers fake player to my allies list for FTB chunks. That might be it. I'm going to try that now on camera to see if that's it. Oh, hello. That was it. FTB chunks had protected my chunks from players placing items, and fake players now respect that. Oh, and you need to be re-enabled. Thanks, buddy. Now, how are you, by the way? Okay, good. You have a flux point. So this I put a flux point on. This one I didn't. Brilliant, Direwolf. Brilliant. You're very smart. Well, the good news is that the wither thing works again. You know, I designed these systems to always work, but every now and then something changes, right? And you might have to do a little troubleshooting to see what changed. But you get the, it works, it's cool now, right? So that's a lot of ore generation, right? We should actually be pretty good on that. And as a matter of fact, you are doing a good job of maintaining your mana. So I'm not worried. I feel like that's a pretty cool solution to generating lots of resources. Obviously, it's fueled by nether stars, right? Which is fun. That's different. That's a different approach to generating resources, right? We could definitely, you know, have a good time with that. So let's go ahead and run this for a little bit just to get a few more withers, and I'll be right back. All right, so we did not get to Reliquary this episode. My bad. But we did have some fun generating a new way of making resources. But next episode, we'll get to Reliquary. However, obviously, before we get too much into Reliquary, we're going to have to do some things. Like slime pearls is a pretty significant resource that's used for a few things, right? A lot of these items need something cool, something rare, right? So we're going to have to get some of those rare drops. Wow, I am overcrowding my withers like nobody's business. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a lot of withers. But yeah, what we're going to do is wrap up the episode here, come back next time. Just want to make sure you guys aren't having any... Yeah, you're good. You're just golden. Good. Yeah, we'll come back next time, and we'll probably set up something to get those mob drops going. Cool? For now, though, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.